Ati Martya Sharishaya Shastri Chanam Shapaline Jiva Duke Sarataya Shinama Premadayine Gaurashaya Vigrahaya Krishna Kamai Kacharine Rupanuga Pravaraya Vinodeti Swarupine Prabhu Padantarangaya Sarvasai Gurushaline Mayavada Tamognaya Virantarta Vade Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamine Shri Varshabhana Devi Daitaya Kripataye Krishna Sambandha Vigyan Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jwara Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shrimurtaye Dinatari Advantahayine Namo Gauri Kishodaya Sakshar Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Vasambodhe Param Pujayate Namo Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachirananda Namine Gaura Vibhava Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Vibhava Bhumeshwam Kesha Sarjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathaya Te Namo Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebho Vaishnavevo Namo Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaudratise Namo Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagakate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jayatam Surator Vangor Mamamanda Matergati Matsarva Swapadam Vajo Radha Madana Divyagrindranya Kavadrumada Srimad Radhanagar Sinhasana So Shri Shri Radha Shri Govinda Devo Prasadi Visivamanu Smarami Srimad Rasaraswarampi Vamsivata Tatashvita Kaisham Venu Swami Gopi Gopinata Shri Estuna Vrindaye Tulasi Devaye Priyaye Keshavasicha Krishna Bhakti Bharati Satyavate Namo Namah Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakti-arupa Sarupakam Bhakta-avataram Bhakta-jam Namami Bhakta-shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namashreshtam Manamati Sachiputram Akta Swarupam Rupam Tatsyagajam Urupuri Matrim Goshtavatim Radhakundam Girivaramaho Radhika Madhavasam Prapto Yasya Pratita Kripaya Shri Gurum Tam Natosmi Namaste Gurudevaya Sarva Siddhi Pradayane Sarva Mangala Rupaya Sarvananda Pradayane Hey Shri Guru Gyananda Dinabandhu Swananda Data Karunarika Sindhu Vrindavana Sina Hita Avatara Tasira Radha Pranaya Pachar Jayasva Bhakvo Jagannatha Guru Samsara Vahina Dagdi Mam Kala Dastam Cha Tvamaham Sharanam Gatha Vadhasanukasham Shaktim Shaki Shanga Nivashinim Tamaham Satatam Vande Guru Rupam Param Shakim Shri Chaitanya Mano Vishram Stapitam Nena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Didati Swavadantikam Adana Adadana Adad Adananam Pranam Tante Idam Yache Puna Puna Srimarupa Padam Puja Durishyam Janma Janmani Vairagya Yu Bhakti Rasam Prayatna Apayaya Mam Abhina Pushamandam Kripam Buddhirya Paradu Kaduki Snatanas Tam Prabhum Ashayami Anarpidam Charim Sharat Karunaya Vatina Kalo Samarpaitum Anatajvala Rasa Swabhakti Shriyam Hari Purata Sundara Dyuti Kadamba Sandhi Bhakvita Sada Hridaya Kandareshwara Tuva Sachinandana Samsara Dukkha Jalado Samsara Dukkha Jalado Patita Sakama Rodadina Kramakarajka Bhavishketasya Durvashana Nigatitasya Nirarasya Chaitanya Chandra Mahadevi Davalandam Chaitanya Chandra Maharit Kamadam Vikasya Predyam Videhi Nijacha Chintana Bringarambi Kincha Paradati Niram Nibidam Viduyam Padam Ritam Sadaya Paya Yadorgatamam Shankashana Karanatoya Shahi Garbhodashahi Padoptishahi Sheshaschaya Sakala Sanitya Nanda Kyarama Sharanam Namastu Nityananda Namastubhyam Pramananda Pradayine Kalo Kalma Sanashaya Janva Bhataye Namaha Ajanilam Vita Bhujo Kanakava Datu Sankirtanai Kapitaro Kamalaya Taksho Vishwambaro Dijavaro Yugadama Palo Vande Jagakriya Karo Karunavataro Baharpidam Viramriga Madatilakam Kundala Kranta Gandam Kanjaksham Kamukantam Svita Savarabukam Swadarena Stavanam Syamam Santam Trivangam Ravikaravasanam Vushitam Vajayanta Vande Vrindavanastam Yuvati Satavritam Brahma Gopala Visham Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Patale Vishvaksha Sale Kaustabim Nasa Grivara Muktikam Karatale Vinu Karikanakam Swarange Hari Chandanam Sulalitam Kante Chamukta Bali Gopashre Pari Veshito Vajayate Gopala Chudamani Vansi Nyas Yasya Chandram Svitayutam Matulam Pitavashram Varenyam Kanjakasham Sarvadaksham Navagaras Sajasham Bahajudam Saranyam Traimamge Bangimam Vrajayavati Yutam Just Vasta Keshadishuram Vande Srinanda Suram Madhuravasatam Duramadhyapuram. You want to finish it?
We're at Krishna?
Yeah.
No, what if we just do like Radha Krishna bhajan and then Maha Mantra? Because it's already 9.
I don't know. Do you want to sing about it?
To you. Please do Radha Krishna.
Did you finish the second part? Did you do the second part too, Adam?
Yeah, we did
We
almost
brought
all
up
of
to
it.
Krishna, but then we don't know how to say the prayer.
I'll show you.
Okay.
But the thing is, there's nothing happening in the kitchen.
Okay. So we stopped here.
Can you,
Fix the sound of the.
make sure the sound is going to be. He's feeling sad.
Yeah, we don't. Couldn't get this microphone working.
Oh,
So we stopped here because I don't know how to. What?
you don't want to offer any flowers that are brown. 'Cause the leaves are already old. I don't know if they're,
Hare Krishna.
So there's something like.
Huh?
That's okay, you know.
It's okay. So we stopped here at this Fulandivara
Yeah, I'll help you with that. Let's go. One second.
Bhagavatam Sapriyam.
Yeah, 1 second. What page?
Page 16. Oh yeah, it's about to get to the best part. I just didn't know what year this was.
Of course. So what page? 16?
16.
15, 16. Ulendi Varakanta Mindu Varanam
Bhagavatam Sapriya Shrivatsa Kamadara Koshavadaram Hitambaram Sundaram Gopinam Nayano Palachita Tanam Gogo Pasangarvitam Govindam Kalavenu Vatana Param Devanga Pusham Namo Nalina Nitraya Vinuvadaya Vidwane Adara Vadadara Sudapana Salineva Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nasaya Govindaya Namo Amala Kamala Kantim Lila Vastram Sukeshim Sashadara Samabhaktram Kancha
Manogyam
Sanayuga Gata
Okdadamadiptam Kishorim Prajapati Sutakantam Radhikamashrayaham Adevika Kubhadagadgadiyadya Vacha Yacheni Patya Bhuvidandavadudvadarti Asya Pusharamabudasya Janasya Kritva Gandharvike Nityakane Kanang Videhi Vrindavanadi se Karunamrita Vahani Kripaya Nijapadabjam Dasyam Mayam Pradiyat Kanaka Jalada Gatro Nila Sonabjanetro Mrigamara Vadabalo Malati Kundamalo Tarala Taranaveso Nila Pitambareso Smarana Britani Kunje Radhika Krishna Chandro Angashamalim Chatabiravito Mandi Kritendi Varam Jadyum Jagudarochi Sambagadatam Patambarasya Shriya Vrindaranyanivasinam Mridilisat Damabhiramodaram Radhaskandhaniveshito Julabhujam Dhyayamadamodaram Dhyayamadamodaram Navina Sri Bhaktim Navakanaka Gauda Kriti Patim Navaranya Srini Navasura Sarit Bhattavalitam Navina Sri Radha Harirasamayot Kirtanavidim Navadvipam Bande Navakaranam Navaruchim Jayati Jayati Vrindaranyam Etan Murarir Priyatamamati Sarusanta Vaikunta Vasat Ramayati Sasadaga Palayanyatra Gopi Swaritav Madhavenu
Vardayan Premarase Radhe Shakeli Prabhuta Pramoda Vinyasya Vigyam Prajavanditangrim Kripa Lutada Kila Visvavandyam Shri Purnamasim Shirasha Namami Govardhano Jayati Shail Kuladirajo Yogopika Birudito Haridasavarya Krishnena Chakramakabanga Kritarchito Yat Saptahamasya Karapat Matalepyavaste Saptahameva Chutahas Pankaje Bringayamanam Palamula Kandarai Sangsevamanam Haryamatma Vrindakair Govardhanadrim Shirasham Namami Vrindavanavanipaté Jaya Soma Soma Mole Sanaksanandana Sanatana Naradeya Gopi Swara Brajavilasi Chugangri Padme Prema Priyacha Nirupa Namo Namaste Chirananda Bhano Sarananda Suno Paraprema Patri Java Brahma Gatri Agamam Lavitri Jagachema Datri Pavitri Kriyano Vapurmitra Putri Gangadi Tirtha Parisevata Pada Padmam Golokya Sokya Rasapur Mahim Mahimna Aplavitakila Shuddha Sujalam Sukabdo Radha Makunda Muritam Jamana Namami. What's the Jagannatha Swami? Oh, Mudayatra Brahma Trinikada Gumadi Suparam. This is not working.
It's working for the live stream,
But it's not working for,
but not for your
but I need a mic. I'll just wait till he's finished. Sada Kanksha Janmar Pita Vivida Karmapya Nunidam Krama Jai Chaitraiva Brajabu Vivasanti Priyajana Maya Te Devandya Parama Vinaya Punya Kachita. It's the Jagannath Swami tune. Okay, so now I need that mic.
So the people on the live stream, I guess they might be able to hear you still. The people on the live stream hear you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sorry to those who are on live stream. Nobody showed up today. I can't say that because the few devotees who are here are definitely somebody's. Hardly anybody came, including our live stream mics, technical devotee, and so,
He's on his way.
okay, and so we're heart-strapped for anything today. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is first I'm going to say the invocation prayers. Ajnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksuranalitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Twadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavaktaya Namo Namah
Yam pravajantam manupekamapetakrityam Dvaipayano viraka tararuajuha Putreti tanmayataya taraho vanidus Tam sarva hridayam Munimanatosmi Bhaktya Vina Aparadarakshe Chatasya Kamari Tarangamari Kripa Mahita Sharanam Prapadyam Prinde Namaste Charanarvindam Tavayasmi Tavayasmi Louder? Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charananti Kripayati Yadi Radha Parita Sheshabada Kemavashishta Pushtimodadiyome Yadi Vati Chakinchin Smeva Soditasri Twijavamani Pantya Shukti Shaktya Tadakim Shama Sundara Shikanda Sheka Smeha Samrani Manohar Radhika Pradesma Kripanike Swapriya Charanakari Prananaka Vishavananandi Srimakabja Lola Sapada Radhika Patale Pastiti Pangajami Vasihendra Shekha Sambhidaya Tam Vido Partale Rajanandra Nandana Astu Mohantavilabha Chanda Janmari Svaripriya. So, for those on the live stream, somehow or other, I guess the devotees were exhausted today, so they didn't come for bhajans, and finally Madhu Sudan Prabhu came at 5 minutes before I was to start the class, and so he did Mangalucharanam, and I don't think that reached you. So, we're just now, I think, was Madhu heard on live stream, Sumukhi?
Yeah.
Oh, he was, that's good. So, yeah, we're just kind of starting everything. So what I think I'll do today, because as some of you may know, there are two parts to the Mangalacharana prayers. One is called Mangalacharana, and the other is called additional prayers. So we sang the Sanskrit, but I thought it might be nice to read the English translation, which is a class on who to pray to and how to pray. So the first prayer is to Sri Guru, beginning Nama Shri Sthanamati. Srila Gurudev said this is the best prayer to Sri Guru. I offer pranam to Sri Guru, by whose abundant mercy I have obtained the topmost name of Sri Hari, the Diksha mantras, the service of Sri Satchidananda Gaurahari, Sri Swarup Damodar, Sri Rupa Goswami, his older brother Sri Sanatana Goswami, and the vast abode of Sri Mathura, Braj, Radhakund and Govardhan, as well as the desire for the loving service of Sri Radha Madhava. Really? Prabhupada said that yoga means to pray to Krishna. I'm fallen, please save me. That's yoga, that's all. So
So these are
an
an expansion of that. Who to
pray
pray to,
for
for what,
how
how to
to pray.
pray.
Then the
And the
next
next
one
one
to Sri
is
Guru.
How come this just keeps going on and on?
Well,
Well, I guess until our sound man comes,
everything's
everything's going to be
inconsistent.
inconsistent.
I
I
offer
offer
pranam
pranam
to
to
Srila Gurudev.
Gurudev.
How
How
come
come
this
this
keeps
keeps
going
going
on
on
and
and
on?
on?
This?
The
The
sound.
sound.
Okay,
Okay, we're
ready.
ready. Nobody knows.
Our
The sound man is not here.
Because there's two mics.
Maybe you could wear that?
Huh?
Maybe you could wear that one?
Okay. I don't know what difference it would make. I don't know what difference it would make.
Well, that way you don't have to hold both of them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, here he is.
Here he is, our sound man.
We're lost today, temporary lounge.
I offer pranam to Srila Gurudev, who awards all spiritual perfection and who is the embodiment of auspiciousness and who bestows all happiness. Can everybody hear Sankirtan? The next one. O Gurudev, you bestow transcendental knowledge, and you are the friend of the fallen. What? Okay. So now everything works well? Okay. O Gurudev, you bestow transcendental knowledge, and you are the friend of the fallen. You bestow the spiritual bliss that is in your own heart. And you are an ocean of mercy. You are a resident of Vrindavan and the and the incarnation of auspiciousness. You preach about Sri Radha's love for Sri Krishna. Please be merciful to me. Don't we find that about our Guru Varga? All those qualities. Please deliver me, O most merciful Sri Guru. You are the shelter of the living beings of this world. I am burned by the fire of material existence and devoured by time. Thus, I have come to take shelter of you. Is anybody here devoured by time? It just slips away, and then what happened to it? And what did we get from it? I forever worship Sri Guru in the form of an exalted Saki in the company of Sri Radha and the other Sakis. So this is a best class, these verses. Then is the prayers to Srila Rupa Goswami. When will Srila Rupa Goswami, who established within this world the mission to fulfill the dearmost desires of the heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, personally give me the shelter of his feet? That's the only thing we're actually waiting for. Nothing else to wait for. Other things are just so that we're engaged in some good activity, so the senses don't pull us down, so the mind doesn't pull us down, so that we can desire these things and nothing else. This is the next prayer to Sri Rupa Goswami. Clasping a straw between my teeth, I repeatedly beg to attain the dust of the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami, birth after birth. So this prayer was written by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and the previous one by Srila Narottam Das Thakur in his Prem Bhakti Chandrika. So these two authors are both maidservants of Radharani in the secluded groves of Vrindavan in the spiritual world, and they came all the way down to this earth planet to teach us these most important prayers and principles. Then the next one is to Srila Sanatana Goswami. I was unwilling to drink the nectar of bhakti ras, laced with renunciation. But Srila Sanatana Goswami, being an ocean of mercy, who cannot tolerate the sufferings of others, induced me to drink it. Therefore, I take shelter of Srila Sanatana Goswami. So we're learning who are our friends, who are our shelter, who are our guides, so that we don't foolishly take shelter of a stone boat, which Srila Prabhupada said, taking shelter of anyone or anything or any hope in this material world is like taking shelter of a stone boat or taking shelter of the tail of a dog who is trying to swim across the ocean. Okay, next. Prayer is to Mahaprabhu himself. May Sri Sachinandan Gauri, splendid with the radiance of molten gold, be forever manifest within the innermost core of your heart. He has descended in the age of Kali out of causeless mercy. What? You ready? Go. Out of causeless mercy, to bestow that which has not been revealed for millions of years. No, not millions of years. Millions of eons. An eon itself is millions of years. Which is Unat Ojjvala Ras, the most elevated, brilliant devotional service in paramour love. So this is a blessing from Srila Rupa Goswami. Like, may this happen to you. Then, a real appealing, like grievous prayer, the next two. I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death, which is full of misery. I am being devoured by the crocodiles and sharks of lust, anger, greed, pride, illusion, and envy. Furthermore, I am chained by wicked desires. So, I'm in the ocean, under the top of the ocean, and I'm being devoured by crocodiles and alligators of lust, anger, greed, pride, illusion, and envy. So, okay, so if all these sharks and alligators are biting you and eating you, why don't you just jump to the surface and swim back to the shore? Well, the problem is I'm being chained by wicked desires. So I'm stuck down here, allowing the devouring. That was a pretty good one, wasn't it? O Chaitanya Chandra, please give me, who is bereft of shelter, sanctuary at your feet. Then the next verse to Lord Chaitanya. O Chaitanya Chandra, please make the lotus of my heart bloom so that it will attract the bumblebee. See, now it's not blooming, so no bumblebee of your lotus feet is going to go there. The bumblebee of remembrance of you. O merciful Lord, my only request is that after destroying the dense darkness of my ignorance and offenses, you make this miserable person. Is anybody here not miserable? I'm miserable. You make this miserable person drink the nectar of your feet. The next one is to Nityananda Prabhu. Sankarshan, Sheshanag, and the Vishnus who lie in the causal ocean, the milk ocean, and the Garbha ocean at the bottom of the universe. They are all the portions or plenary portions of Nityananda Ram. May he give me shelter. Like once you reach the top, that's it. So that's what we want. We don't want anything less. Then the next one to Nityananda Prabhu. I offer pranam to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, who bestows the bliss of divine love, who eliminates the filth of Kali, and who is the master of Janavi Devi. He's her master, but she's also his power to be the master. The next one is also to Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I worship the incarnation of mercy. We really need mercy, don't we? Of Gaur Nityananda, whose arms extend down to their knees, whose complexions are dazzling, who inaugurated the Sankirtan movement. Did you finally get sound down there? No, but I went on live. Okay, good. Yeah, we're stuck without our sound man, aren't we? You going back down there? Okay, make sure. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, whose arms are down to their knees and whose complexions are dazzling, who inaugurated the Sankirtan movement. That was merciful of them. Whose eyes are large, like petals of the lotus, who nourish the entire universe, who are the best of the brahmanas, who protect the Yuga Dharma, means the religious principles of the age, and who are engaged in performing pleasing activities for the welfare of the world. Then there are a few verses to Krishna, which are quite long. Did you say any of them? Oh, okay. I thought you said you didn't know the tune. Oh, I see. Okay. So his crown is decorated. This is describing the beautiful form of Krishna. His crown is decorated with a peacock feather, and his forehead is marked with tilak of musk. It doesn't mean that the musk is kind of blackish. So it's not that he has a blackish tilak like that, but it's like designs too. It includes designs. And then makara-shaped earrings. Do you know what a makara is? Yeah, an ancient, it's not quite a shark, but it's one of those legendary not monsters, but sea creatures. Ancient, yeah, it's an ancient mythological, but his earrings are shaped like that. In fact, the last Mukut of Radharaman Bihari, his earrings were shaped like that. Swing upon his cheeks. You know who is his earrings? I didn't say what, I said who. Yeah, Balaram manifests as Krishna's jewelry and his flute and Lord Vishnu's bed and pillow and slippers. Balaram is quite an assistant. He assists in all rasas. Makara-shaped earrings swing upon his cheeks, and his eyes resemble a lotus. His neck resembles a conch, and his face is graced with a gentle smile. A Venu flute. Why does it have to say both, Venu and flute? Loud? There's a few different sizes of lengths. One is a Venu, one is a Murali, and one is a Vangsi. His complexion is darkish. Can you find that during the day? It's in the Nectar of Devotion.
Also in that one Keshavastakam,
Keshava?
he plays the Venu flute, the longer Venu flute, and that the older gopis enjoy that sound.
Oh,
I remember when we were
okay.
about the Venu flute.
Venu is the long. So I'll look it up on Folio today and get back about the sizes and relativity.
Okay, you said it was in Nectar of Devotion also?
Nectar of Devotion, yeah. But he can't find it in there if you don't know where it is. You can try if you want to, Sankirtan. You want to? It would be in the form of Krishna. His neck resembles a conch shell because it has lines. His face is graced with a gentle smile. A Venu flute rests on his lips. His complexion is darkish. He is supremely peaceful. Does anybody here need peace? Okay, that's where you get it, in Krishna's form. And he stands in a threefold bending posture. His cloth resembles the rays of the sun. Imagine how brilliant, bright Krishna's cloth must be. And he is adorned with a Vaijayanta garland. Vaijayanta garland is a garland of 5 different kinds of flowers, and it goes down to his knees or feet. I worship that Parabrahma, the supreme truth, who is always situated in Vrindavan, surrounded by hundreds of young maidens, and dressed in the attire of a cowherd boy. Of all the attires God could have taken, that's what he chose. And then next verse. This is from Gopal Sahasranam. His forehead is decorated with musk tilak. The Kastuba jewel rests on his broad chest, and an exquisite pearl hangs from the tip of his nose. A flute gracefully rests in his lotus hands, and bracelets adorn his wrists. His entire form is anointed with chandan. It doesn't mean there's splatters of, chandan. It means that designs are made from the chandan, like you see in the Shalagram Shilas and Govardhan. They paint designs with the chandan. And a necklace of pearls decorates his attractive neck. All glories to the crest jewel of the Gopas, who is surrounded by all the young Braja Gopis. You can see this. These verses are very similar. So I'm going to turn the page because the next couple of verses are It's very similar. You found it? Great. You are sort of a scholar. All right, so Nectar of Devotion, Srila Prabhupada, Krishna's flute. As far as his flute is concerned, it is said that the vibration of this wonderful instrument was able to break the meditation of the greatest of sages. Krishna was thus challenging Cupid by advertising his transcendental glories all over the world. Do you have leg pain? No? There are 3 kinds of flutes used by Krishna. One is called Venu, one is called Murali, and the third is called Bansi. Venu is very small. That's what I thought. One is called Murli. Venu is very small, not more than 6 inches. It's pretty small. Huh? You did. Not more than 6 inches long, with 6 holes for whistling. 6 inches, that's pretty small. How does he fit his fingers and everything on it? Unless it's like that. Murali is about 18 inches long, with a hole at the end and 4 holes in the body of the flute. So although it's bigger, it has less holes. This kind of flute produces a very enchanting sound. And then we have the Vangsi, which is about 15 inches long. So Murali is 18 inches long, Vangsi is 15 inches long, and Venu is 6 inches long. The Vangsi flute is about 15 inches long with 9 holes. So 6 holes, 4 holes, 9 holes. So 6 holes, 6 inches. 4 holes is for 18 inches. And 9 holes is for 15 inches. Got that? Okay. Oh, it also has a hole at the end, the Murali. Krishna used to play on these 3 flutes occasionally when they were needed, which is practically all the time, every night. Krishna has a longer Vangsi. Another one? The Vangsi is how many inches? 15, good. He has a longer Vangsi, which is called Mahananda. Mahananda. Samohini. Mahananda. Samohini. When it is still longer, it's called a Karshani. It's pretty long, still longer than 18 inches. And when it is even longer, it's called Anandini. Anandini. The Anandini flute is very pleasing to the cowherd boys and is technically named Vangsuli. These flutes were sometimes bedecked with jewels. Sometimes they were made of marble, and sometimes of hollow bamboo. When the flute is made of jewels, it is called Samohini. When it is made of gold, it is called Akarshani. Everything has so many beautiful details in the spiritual world. So, speaking of that, in Prabhupada's Easy Journey to Other Planets, it's describing the difference between this world and the spiritual world. And he compares it to a tree. So like a tree has lots of fun details, right? Has butterflies, it has flowers, it has fruits, it has leaves, right? Sometimes it has other things crawling up it, chipmunks. And so that's the spiritual world, full of beautiful details. And this world, you know how the tree makes, I'll stop in a minute. The tree has a shadow on the ground. That's this material world. Not much happening. Okay. So, I guess it's time to stop because you all have a lot of duties to do. Let's see, how many more verses are there? Well, we do have till 9:45. Okay, so where are we? Well, there's a lot more actually, and I might need to, I might feel the need to comment.
Sorry, yeah, it's a long row. It's the one that the older group is like.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments, or ifs, ands, or buts? Well, yeah. Can you speak loudly so people can hear you? Oh, is there another mic, Tripurari? Okay.
Krishna? So Christianity has a very interesting concept, fear of God. Because Christians, they don't have this, they think that they go eternal to the hells, right? They believe that. So that's why they preach through this fear of God. But Vaishnavism is very different to Christianism. So how can we understand this concept of fear of God if there is like this concept in the Vaishnavism about fear of God, like has in the Christianism?
So in brief, Hadai Pandit Prabhu is asking, there's a fear of God that if I don't obey him, I'll go to hell forever and I don't have another chance. What a strange philosophy. It's a non-merciful God. And do we have that in Vaishnavism? We have sort of that, which is called Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti is the bhakti that's performed without attachment. It's performed out of duty and out of fear. Duty means it's my duty to serve God. I'm his part and parcel. Just like a hand is part and parcel of the body. As the hand serves the body, so I must serve God. He's great. I am small. I must take shelter of him to be happy. And if I don't, there are so many hells described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto and 5th canto. Like, I become a worm. In the Rorava planet, I become a worm. And I'm in a lake full of other worms, and they eat me and I eat them. And if I cook meat, then I have to boil in oil. If I'm a brahmana and if I have illicit sex, then I have to go to a hell where I embrace a hot iron opposite sex. And at the same time, I'm whipped by the constables of Yamaraj. So out of duty and fear, I perform Vaidhi Bhakti activities. When, by the association of pure Tatvagya Rasik devotees in their association and under their guidance, I gradually perform my Vaidhi Bhakti in such a way that by their mercy, Raganuga Bhakti descends. Then I perform my duties out of spontaneous love and devotion, following in the footsteps of one of the Lord's associates. In this line, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's line, particularly the line of Srila Rupa Goswami, we're following the Manjaris. Does that answer the question? It's very interesting. Any other questions? Yes. Loud. Let's take the mic. Like me, you have a very soft voice anyway, so you need the mic.
I just also remember in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, he says that he perpetually casts into I don't know what the quality.
Let's go look at it. So Dr. Om is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says something similar. Let's go Bhagavad Gita. Anybody? Do we have it here? Okay. I believe, I could be wrong. I'll take it. I believe I could be wrong, that it's in the 4th chapter. Cute little book here. Cute and powerful at the same time. Chapter 4. What? Unless anyone can find it in folio. Chapter 4. For those who are not devoted to me, I hurl them into lower species. It's 3, 4 coming right up. If it's not in the early 4th chapter, then we have to find it on. Yep, I don't look like I'm having much luck. Yeah, I don't look like I'm having much luck. Those who are not devoted, Those who are not devoted to me, I hurl them into the lower species of life, and they can never approach me. Do you think you know where to find it? Oh, okay. Such a cute little book. Okay. So until he finds it, but anyway, Krishna says that. And we have 2 minutes left. Shishi Radharaman Bihari Ji Ki Jai. Good. Huh?
This is chapter 9, Ekatwena Pritaktvena, when Krishna describes the different methods of worshipping, like when a soul, a jiva makes a
Is it in chapter 9? Chapter 16. Oh, verse 19. Verse 16 is about the divine and demoniac nature. Can I have it? So I'm speaking into the mic. Okay. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demoniac species of life. 16:20 says, but perpetually doesn't mean eternally, because after they've suffered for the various demoniac mischievous activities, let's say in hell I'm forced to eat stool. So then I have to take more births before I can come back to the human life. And let's say I get the body of a hog or a pig, where I'm already now accustomed to eat stool, and I love it. So verse 20, how do you get to it? For those who are mischievous and demoniac, I throw them into lower demoniac species of life perpetually. Attaining repeated birth among the species of demoniac life, O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me. Gradually, they sink down into the most abominable types of existence. Wow. But never means never as long as they're like that. Yeah, so I'll read the purport. It is known that God is all merciful, but here we find that God is never merciful to the demoniac. It is clearly stated that demoniac people, life after life, but he is merciful. That's why he puts them in lower species so that they can learn a lesson. And then they are put into the wombs of similar demons, and not achieving the mercy of the Lord, they go down and down, so that at last they achieve bodies like cats, dogs, and hogs, and worse because they're going to hell to prepare for those bodies of dogs and things. It may be that then argued in this connection that God should not be advertised as all merciful if he's doing this. In answer to this question, in the Vedanta Sutra we find that the Lord has no hatred for anyone. The placing of the asuras, the demons, in the lower status of life is simply another feature of his mercy. Sometimes the asuras are killed by the Supreme Lord, but this killing is also good for them. For the Vedic literature we find that anyone who is killed by the Lord also becomes liberated. There are instances in the history of many asuras, Ravana, Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu, who appeared in various incarnations just to kill them. But then we get to the ordinary person who's actually going through the hells. But that's also God's mercy. Like, let's say a mother has 2 kids. One kid is healthy, one kid is sick. So the sick person, out of the mother's thoughtful mercy, she doesn't give the sick person either nothing to eat. If you have a fever, you have to have nothing to eat, or not very tasty foods. Whereas the healthy child can eat anything. So it seems like the mother is more merciful to the healthy person, but she's not. She's merciful to both according to what they need. Okay. Thanks. Yes. Last question. Can you speak into the mic?
I have a question that's been running through my mind that I wanted to share with you. I had in my past, I had been molested by a man, and I seem to be homophobic. So
You're afraid of men? Is
no,
that what
I'm
homophobic
afraid
means?
of gay men just being too close and hitting on me.
Right. Does it happen, or you're just afraid that it'll happen?
I had a situation where a man was very aggressively trying to
understand.
get me into his bed recently, and I had an outrage of anger come out of me, and I had to sit in meditation. And I got a pastime vision that I got touched by a man, and I was like, wow, this is very crazy for me to be able to remember this, something that I had put behind in my past. So I went to the library and I opened up a book. I was trying to find a verse, and it said in one of Shir Bhagavatam, I don't know the chapter, which I'll bring it back up, that homosexual men is a demonic act. Is that something that you, I don't know, can you relate to that? Because I have strong feelings towards people who like men that I don't know how to look at it.
Strong feelings against them.
Correct. Yes. And I've had to overlook my own just what I've been through to give them compassion. So I don't know what's your opinion on that.
Well, if I'm going to be, what's the word, right, publicly right, this is politically correct, yeah, right, then I don't want to say too much. But what I will say is that, uh, yeah, because I once told something in Houston about when Brahma's, a couple of Brahma's sons were homosexuals, and they uh, ran after Brahma to sexually assault him. So, and then um, one of the devotees who was on live stream immediately contacted me. Stop. So, so yeah. So, but I will say, no, it's a totally good question. But I will say that um, that if that happened to me, I mean, if it happens to somebody, then the proper way to think is that I did it in a past life. I didn't do it in this life, otherwise I would have remembered. But if it's everything that happens to me, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Nothing can happen to me that I haven't put out. Nothing can come in. For example, there's a. Do you mind staying an extra couple of minutes, everybody, to hear this? So, there was a devotee lady. She was elderly, but she was very beautiful. She had a son who was about 9 years old. And she used to earn her living by begging, and she used to worship the deities as her thing that she loved to do. So one early morning, she sent her son out to pick flowers for the worship. And while he was picking the flowers in the bushes, a big black snake came and bit him, and he immediately turned black or blue and died. So interestingly enough, there was a hunter passing by, and he saw what happened. And as fate would have it, he knew a mantra for charming a snake, which he used, and the snake came into his basket, and he covered the basket, and he put the dead boy over his shoulder and the basket under his arms, and came back to the mother, who immediately began wailing bitterly. And he told her what happened. He said, "Oh, mother, please give me permission or order me to kill the snake." So then she said, "Oh, will that bring back my dead son?" He said, "No, but then he won't be able to bite anybody else." She said, "No, still don't do it," because she was a devotee. She knew that eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, that something would come back to her if she gave permission. So she said no. So then the hunter didn't want to listen to her. So he was just about to chop the snake into pieces when what? When the snake started speaking. And the snake said, "Wait a minute. It's not my fault. I've been in this bush for years, and I never bit anybody. If you want to blame somebody, blame time, Kal." So then, of course, how was the hunter going to attack Kal? So all of a sudden, Kal, time personified, started speaking. And he said, "Don't blame me. It was the time. The time came for the boy to receive his sinful reaction, because in both of their previous births, they were both boys, and this boy who just died killed the other boy. So the other boy came back as a snake to take revenge." Huh? It's their nature, yeah. And once in France, Gurudev was, if you read the Harmony book about action and reaction, you'll find it very enlightening. So like once in France, Gurudev was giving a class in his Harikatha touring, and he quoted this verse, Tatena kampam shushumekshamanam, that whenever something suffering comes to you, you can think this verse that I deserved much worse for something that I did, but Krishna is giving suffering back to me, not to the extent of what I deserved, but because I became a devotee, it's being minimized. And so the instruction there in that verse is, therefore I remain enthusiastic and offer repeated obeisances to the Lord. And if one thinks like that, he becomes the rightful heir to the kingdom of God, makes his advance. Also, I once heard a lecture by Srila Bhakti Ballabh Maharaj on his appearance day, and he said, you did so many sinful fruitive activities in not one life, but so many lives. So you can't blame anyone when it appears that somebody did something to you. And there are many other stories, but you'll find some of them in the Harmony book. Was that helpful? Right. Okay.
It's like the same logic, like if a dog bites you, not all dogs are gonna bite you.
Right.
You don't have to bite the dog back, and you don't have to bite the dog back.
Right. Yeah. Had I Pandit said, if a dog bites you, it doesn't mean all dogs are going to bite you. But if we do remember, if it does knee-jerk us, that to remember, because whatever emotional things happen in our body, no, that's wrong. Whatever emotional things happen to us, it gets registered in the body as a trauma or as just an emotional remembrance. Like right now, as soon as I said that, I just started remembering horrible things that happened in my life just by saying that, because it's registered in the cells and it comes up at certain times. What you can also do is, when a remembrance comes up, besides thinking all the other things, you can think, oh, thank you for coming up and showing me yourself, and thank you for leaving, right? Guiding them out. And I've done that many times, and I found that it works. I didn't have it again. Okay, so that's the end. And Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Gaudiya Gita Kuch Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Shri Gaudiya Guru Parampara Ki Jai. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora, Go Premanandi. Okay. And I know some, just as a last point, I know some devotees who are like that in Europe, and they're very nice devotees. But they were just born like that, so from previous births. Okay, thank you. Want to turn off the live stream? Sankirtan? Okay. Doesn't have to be done at the phone.